So I mean, so that's a quick update on that stuff. And then what happened? And so I test negative twice. I'm like, okay, things are good. Things are good. So what do I do? What happens to me next? My Instagram account gets hacked. Almost the same day, the same exact moment. Once I found out I didn't have COVID, or I didn't. Once I tested negative, I got my test results back. Literally, probably 30 minutes later, my IG account got hacked. And I know, just say, Troy, how did your IG account get hacked? I gotta confess. Gotta confess, guys. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I'm gullible. So so I'm just gonna get into it. Just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is what happened, guys. This is the first time I'm telling the story. Play by play. Okay. I'm laying in my bed. I just found out they didn't have a negative test. Like, all right, cool. We're good. I mean, yeah, I tested negative, so I'm like, good. So I'm on IG, and I see that my cousin posted something. He's like, I should have known it couldn't be real. But it's my cousin's profile. So I'm like, okay. He says, what did it say? I think I still have it. Let me just tell you exactly what it said. Give me 1 sec. I got it right here. Let's see. Here we go. This is what it said. It said, first 10 people to DM and spell the name that starts with a P and ends with an A, I will Cash App or Apple Pay 10 people $3,000 to $5,000 that can spell any name that starts with a P and ends in an A. So this is my cousin's account. So I'm like, oh, so I'm thinking this whole time I'm talking to my cousin. So I go, all right. I go, Paula. Not difficult at all. And so he's like, cool, bet. And I'm telling this story. It sounds ridiculous. Like, what was I thinking? But I'm like I said, I'm thinking this is my cousin. In no other situation would I have taken this down this path. But it's my cousin. So I'm thinking it's my cousin. So I'm like, all right, so whatever. So he's like, so he responds back, yeah, cool, bet. What's your Cash App tag or whatever? And I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. At original, no, what is it? $ original T Berry. That's what it is. I'm like, hey, there you go, cuz. And so I'm still thinking I'm talking to him. And he's like, so he sends me these. This is where I went wrong. I don't know why I did this, but he's like, oh, what you need to do is change your in your account settings, change your email address to this account. To change it from your personal email account to this email address. And then something's going to pop up and then you accept the cash. So I'm like, all right, bet. Cause I'm thinking this is my cousin, but this doesn't sound like a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. This is no way in the world is this stuff like it. There's no such thing as free money, but I'm thinking it's my cousin. I'm like, hey, all right. So I followed the instructions. I changed my email address and but then but nothing happened. So I'm like, let me switch this thing back. So I switched it back, and then I switched it back to my own personal email address. And then he hits me back again. He's like, anything happened? I'm like, nah, man, that didn't work. He's like, try it again. Once again, keep it in mind. I think I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, all right, cuz. I'm like, this must work. This must work. I'm like, who doesn't want, what was it? What did he say he's going to give me? Who doesn't want $3,000 or $5,000 sent to them in their Cash App? So here we go. So I do it again. I changed the email address again. And I'm like, this is not working. So I'm like, let me go. I'm like, no, this is stupid. And he's like, did you get anything yet? I'm like, nah, man, I didn't get anything yet. I ain't seen no pop-ups. And so I'm like, I'm out of this. So I'm going back to change my email address one more time back to my own personal email address. And then boom, profile just disappears. It just goes away. And I'm like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? So I'm trying to basically account was gone. Account was gone. It was taken away. It was like user not found or can't act. I was trying to log back in. It was like nope, you can't log back in. Nope. Username user doesn't exist. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my god. So the dude hacks my account. Whoever this guy is, he hacks my account, and I'm freaking out at this point. And he just starts DMing all the people in my friends list. He's sending them DMs, and so now I'm like, oh god, here we go. What is happening? What did I just do? I'm an idiot. I'm gullible. What's wrong with me? But yeah, so so this hacker gets into my Instagram account, and he just starts going ham. He's DMing everyone in my friends list. He's going through all my messages. He's saying hi to people, saying stupid stuff, talking about Bitcoin. It's all a scam. It's all a scam, and so now it's getting so out of control. People are texting me like, and he's posting stuff on my profile and on my stories, and so people start texting me like, "Is your account hacked?" Well, I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, because I thought I was talking to you, but it didn't seem like I was talking to you. I'm like, at least 5 to 10 people, including family members, were like texting me like, are you hacked? What's going on? My niece thought she was talking to me this whole time. For a minute, she's telling him how she just got COVID and blah blah blah. She's like, oh God, I thought I was talking to you. I was like, no, just ignore that or block it, whatever you got to do. Just get out of there. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why did I do this to myself? This happened on Sunday. So I'm like, you know what? Who cares? You know what? I was even at the point where like, just have it. I don't care. I'll just create a new one. But he kept messaging people. So I was like, I got to get back in there. I got to put a stop to this. So long story short, I'm like, I'm going on YouTube, seeing what people do, because I'm not the first one this happened to. So I'm seeing what other people did when their accounts got hacked, and it's like, you got to contact Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Keep sending them emails. So I kept doing that for a couple days. And then I also did this thing where like, you get like asked for support, and they're like, oh, okay, well, your account got hacked. Well, just send us, please record a video of yourself, looking right, looking left, up and down, all this stuff, and submit it to us, and we'll review it in one day. And then if it's all good, we'll fix your account and get it back to you. I did that the first time, and that morning they responded back and they go, sorry, we couldn't verify your identity. You can try that again, buddy. I'm like, oh, so I don't look like myself in my profile picture, apparently. And I'm like, you know what? The profile picture is a few years old. In the picture, I didn't have a beard and all that stuff. So I'm like, let me just try it one more time. So I get some better lighting. I'm like, and I even went as far as a smile in this picture. I'm like, maybe this is convincing that this is me. Like, you can look through my other pictures. I only have like a few other pictures, but I'm like, I'm sure after this video, you can tell it's me. So I did it one more time. The next day, they got your boy back. They got your boy back into his IG account, and yeah, it was just a weird situation, man. I've never been hacked before, but there you go. That's what happened, guys. So moral of the story is there's no such thing as free money, and don't click on stupid ads. And so so my cousin got hacked as well. So I wasn't even talking to him when I was DMing the guy. When I thought it was my cousin, no, his account was already hacked as well. So that's why it worked.